Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Bow to Weather here, reporting on the catastrophic tropical storm Ada that is now threatening the South Florida coast with torrential rain and flash flooding, possibly in the next 24 to 48 hours. In the past 24 hours, Ada has gone through a cycle of rapid strengthening and intensification. All of the residents of the Bahamas and South Florida area need to pay close attention to this tropical storm with a potential to become a hurricane, Ada, once again in a matter of hours. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and click on the notification bell for the latest weather news from Bow to Weather to the weather in-depth analysis of the weather for the next few hours as we get closer, as Tropical Storm Ada gets more closer to the South Florida area and impacts friends and family. So please share this video and like this video, and let's get into this. So here we have a very strong Tropical Storm Ada that is going to be approaching the South Florida area with the potential to become a hurricane just a little bit off the Florida Keys. As it makes its way basically skirting across South Florida, that is actually in a zone of hurricane watch and hurricane warnings. And as it makes its way across the Florida Straits, it will actually progress over the next 24 to 48 hours into the Gulf of Mexico and actually linger there until about Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And it will stagger there because of interaction with different low shear wind and troughs in the area before it progresses and becomes possibly a threat to the Tampa, St. Petersburg area. If we look at the precipitation model, we see that the rainfall forecast for the next few days is torrential and significant. The potential to have between 6 to 10 inches of rain in the South Florida area, and we're talking about the tri-county area of Miami-Dade, Broward, and West Palm Beach on the coast, East Coast, receiving significant rainfall anywhere between 6 to 10 inches in the next few days. And with that potential for torrential heavy rain comes flash flood warnings with a significant risk over the next 3 days. Looking at this flash flood warning map, we see that day 1 through Monday morning, the East Coast, which is a tri-county area of Miami-Dade, Broward, and West Palm Beach, are actually in a 20% moderate zone of possibly flash flood risk. And as we go into day 2 through Tuesday morning, it will actually get into a 5% to 10% of possibly a flat flush warnings, and it will wane off from there as the storm eventually progresses into the Gulf of Mexico. But it's not going to have the significant effect on South Florida, but Tropical Storm Ada, or soon to become Hurricane Ada, will not be done with Florida. It will actually sit there and linger before making a turn sometime between Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. It will start making its way north, almost doing a parallel motion towards the panhandle, but possibly impacting the Tampa and St. Petersburg area very, very shortly. So here we have a rapidly intensifying storm with the potential to bring 6 to 10 inches of rain in some parts of South Florida in the next 24 to 48 hours, creating a major situation of potential flash flooding and threat to property and life in the region. So there is a dry air ridge over Central America and a wind shear zone near the Bahamas that is working on Tropical Storm Ada in a variety of ways. The storm is in the Florida Straits right now, and the impact of the vertical wind shear is impacting the storm from organizing more. However, as mentioned in previous videos, the warm sea surface temperatures of these waters will aid to fuel the storm and potentially increase the likelihood of significant flooding in the area. Combined with the fact that it is a very slow-moving system, it makes it even more dangerous for the South Florida area. As Ada moves into the region of low shear and warm sea surface temperatures today, the body of dry air to the south is possibly the only factor that is preventing this powerful storm from strengthening more rapidly. However, the engagement of these elements contributes to the system moving very slowly and then as it makes its way into the Gulf of Mexico, it will linger there for a few hours and then track its way into the Panhandle area, which is Tampa, St. Petersburg area. The storm is essentially outrunning a body of dry air. However, the relatively low shear and water temperatures between 28 to 29 degrees Celsius, Tropical Storm Eta is potentially going to be a low-level hurricane in the next few hours, with the expectation of storm surge of 2 to 4 feet with winds nearing 85 miles an hour. The persistent convergence of moist air near the center makes this storm very dangerous, so it should be taken seriously, with strong likelihood of very strong rain and flash flooding. This system is wide, so the northeasterly low-level jet arcing to the north of the storm means more heavy rain over a widespread area very quickly over the next few days. The weather system poises to be a serious threat, with wide convergence bands from Eta over the entire South Florida region and up to 6 to 8 inches of additional rain and corresponding flash flooding in the next 24 to 36 hours. What we're really witnessing is a deep advection or transfer of tropical moisture horizontal or in the atmosphere over South Florida, and that explains why there's going to be so much heavy rainfall. As South Florida may get a break from the torrential rain and wind and surge by Tuesday, the storm is, as we mentioned, going to venture out into the Gulf of Mexico, increasing the possibility of further strengthening and then migrating up the west coast of Florida with the potential to impact the Tampa area by the end of the week. If we take a closer look at this animated model, we can see that the storm makes impact with South Florida in the next few hours, and the advection of tropical moisture in the area leads to possibly 6 to 8 inches of heavier rain, or possibly more, with potential surge and flash flooding. Then it makes a migration pattern into the Gulf of Mexico and then lingers there for a while before progressing north to threaten northwest coast of Florida with rain and stormy conditions. In the wind model here, we can see significant activity as the storm enters the Florida Straits and the wind gusts accelerate. The model peaks at about 65 miles per hour in the next few hours, which is a strong tropical storm wind motion for the South Florida region. And the motion of the storm suggests that it will impact the northwest coast of Cuba once again and sit there for a few hours with feeder band activity over the very northwest area of Cuba before it actually heads north towards the Panhandle. There is some uncertainty as far as the level of hurricane strength as it sits there in the Gulf of Mexico. Will it just sit there for a long period of time, gathering strength, feeding off of the low shear, relatively low shear, and those warm SSTs, sea surface temperatures, and potentially impacting the Tampa, South St. Petersburg area by the end of the week. So please like and subscribe, and make sure to click the notification bell for instant alerts of the Tropical Storm Eta and its potential to become a low-level hurricane in only a matter of hours. Here at Bow to Weather, we strive to keep you informed. Stay tuned for more tropical storm and hurricane reports. Please stay safe, and thank you for watching this Bow to Weather report.